the 6 zones Brele centers were established some time back. Some of them are not properly working at the moment. The minister have given us the directive to review and upgrade these centers. We are working right now to upgrade these centers. One is in Lagos, one is in Bauchi, one is in Enugu, one is in Kaduna, another one in Kano, and yes, I think one is in Ibadan and some part of the country like that. So we are now working to review them, upgrade them, so that we will have the mass printing machines in the centers, so that these Braille documents can be transmitted to different places. One of our encouragement here is NTA here and different other government agencies. When you are doing program, that you must have to invite our people, please, even from the program. You have to bring it to us. We will translate it into Braille and share it to them. Because once they come to the program and you do everything in the paper, we written, typing in the paper, there you finish. Once you share to them, it is discrimination. And if you share to them, which are sharing it into Braille, it is discrimination. And when they report NTA to us, we will have to remind NTA that our legal officers are there ready.
NTA is already doing its own part in some way.
And they have the capacity to check everywhere,
yes,
to make sure that persons with disabilities are not discriminated upon. So we are encouraging all federal government agencies, state agencies and others who want to take advantage of our services should come. Papers are there, everything are there. Our team are ever ready to provide the support. So by this way, we are looking forward to working together with every different type of stakeholders to make sure that we make Nigeria a country comfortable for all citizens, including persons with disabilities.
Okay, we can't leave out the elections. You know, it's just few weeks to go, and I know there's something you're very passionate about, votability, so to say, and this is something you've been campaigning for to ensure that its disability community are, you know, involved in the electoral process before and during the elections. How far have you gone in terms of sensitization and enlightenment for the community?
I want to say the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission is a godsend for persons with disabilities. The man is very, very well committed to disability, to provide us a level playing ground for disability community to participate fully in the electoral system. We have some of our organizations like the Albino Foundation and the Inclusive Friends Association and others of our organizations with persons with disabilities are partnering together with us to create this awareness everywhere. As I can tell you today, persons with disabilities are fully aware of their electoral rights. That is why during the previous continuous voter registration process, they provide an exceptional window for the disability community to be properly honored and be stimulated and encouraged to do their voter registration. Today, a lot of them have started receiving their PVCs. And as you know, that once you get your PVC, the politicians will respect you because you have what we call electoral value. So now the disability community already have the electoral value. Any politician that play with the disability community is doing that at his own risk. So I can say it here. INEC have committed themselves to even make sure that the ad hoc electoral officers that are going to the different polling units, persons with disabilities are going to be included in them. Proper training will come on for all of these electoral officers. We have to guide them and train them about how they need to handle the disability community on the field. Our security agencies must have to also get the necessary awareness to be able to manage the disability community if there is any crisis that may erupt in the place. One of the greatest fear of our people to go and vote is the fear of any crisis that may erupt in the place, because if I do not have leg and I see gaga in that place, I may not be able to run.
Yes.
And I say, Dave, when I go for polling to do my voting, and if there is any problem, when people start exchanging words, I may not even understand what they are doing. Are they truly playing? Are they fighting? Until when I see here is eating here is eating here is eating here, before I realize that there is problem. Sometimes before I start to run, it may come to me. You see, but the problem can come to me what I do not even know how it all started. So these are the things that we need everybody on this day to make sure that persons with disabilities are properly protected. The law made provisions to give priority to persons with disabilities when it comes to queuing anywhere. So INEC is respecting that, and when it comes to that place, people will come. We will continue to advise our people to go to their polling unit as early as possible so that they can vote and then go home, or maybe vote and stay far away so that they will watch any electoral malpractices. We also have the capacity to report electoral malpractices against some of our own candidates of our own choices. We have the capacity and the ability to also protect our own candidates when it comes to that. Yes. You see, so with this, I can say that one way or the other, Nigeria is prepared for the 2023 general election, including voters with disabilities. We are also prepared for the 2023 general election, and we look forward to providing our vote to make sure that we take a decision of who will come and lead Nigeria, who will come and lead our state, who will come and lead our local government, who will come and become our representative to the National Assembly here in Abuja. So if any politician does not have respect for the disability community, must make sure that you are losing our vote already. So we want to vote for somebody who will come and make sure that she respects and honor our candidates. We can say it everywhere. If to say President Muhammadu Buhari is going to contest for any election, the disability community in Nigeria, we are going to give him our vote in block, because we make sure we know what he has done for the disability community, what he has already planted, the respect he has already gathered from the disability community. His footprint will be in our heart forever.
Indeed, he has left a very, strong legacy to look back on. Laraba?
Okay, so I was going to ask, one of the needs of the disability community is assistive technology, and that is very, very expensive, especially the cane for the visually impaired. Is there any arrangement to make those tools subsidized for that community and other assistive technology?
Thank you so very much. For the first year, we started working. We have been able to buy some of these assistive devices. I should really say the experience is terrible. When you want to buy this equipment, the dollar is increasing every day. It is changing face every hour. So today you plan to buy 100, by tomorrow, next tomorrow, dollar change. The number will have to come back to 70 or 60. You can imagine this. Now the number of persons with disabilities expecting these devices is very, very high. That is why the need to commence the upgrading of producers of assistive devices in Nigeria have already commenced.
I was going to ask that.
I want to say that we have very smart and intelligent persons with disabilities who have that skills. So this have to go we had the discussion with the Bank of Industries in Nigeria today. Now the Bank of Industries is ever ready. I will remain grateful to the Executive Director on Small Scale Business Development Enterprise. This place are 100% ready to support the disability community with seed funds. Now, in these funds that is supposed to come, we are now on the mobilization stage. As soon as they get this fund, we are going to bring experts from part of the country, outside the country, who have the skills, who can be able to come and improve our skills. So that the production of this can be properly improved, we want to see that all of these standard wheelchairs have been produced in our country. When we look at some of the welding equipment our people use, they always go and buy some of these welding machines that are just small money, 150,000, 200,000 naira. The equipment, the welding machine cannot be able to weld metals properly. So they use that one, and some of the pipe and other things they continue to use in production of assistive devices like wheelchairs and other things here in the country today. It is there, it is of low quality. So when you look at this, once you buy a wheelchair like this, they go after a small time, it will break. After a small time, it will break. So improvement the quality and provision of the machines that will assist them is something that is very, very expedient at the moment. And Bank of Industries are committed to support our community. And we are doing the mobilization now. In the next few years, we will start producing the standardized wheelchairs in Nigeria.
Okay.
The cost will come down, using local materials for everybody to be able to access it.
Okay, and aside the Bank of Industry, is the Commission also looking at partnering with other private sectors, even international community who wants to partner with the Commission?
Okay, on the provision of assistive devices? Yes. I see, you see, when it comes to something like this, the first point you have to see as a people is where the money is. Because money is the most important thing at the moment. After they get the money, the technical partners that will support in building their capacity are available everywhere.
Yes.
Today we have technical partners. The International Wheelchair Association are part of the technical partners who are willing to come and improve their capacity even for free. So you see, so what I'm trying to say here is that we have a lot of stakeholders who are far very willing to support this, to make sure that we have home-based capacity to produce most of these assistive devices. But there are modern assistive devices. There is something we call it OCAM that have just emerged just recently. The device, when you put it here for the blind, the device here can become an eye for the blind.
Yes.
And everywhere he can read documents, he can see, the device will continue to communicate to him everything. Now when you see this device just come in, and the cost of that device is over 4 million naira for a person. So these are some of the devices, but we can try our best, the ones we can be able to produce locally, but we must confess that there are some we may not be able to adopt to it at the moment to be able to produce it. We have to buy them. But we will continue to manage the situation to make sure that we make our people to be very, very productive.
Okay, Laraba, final question.
Final question. Now, there's this study by the World Health Organization that says 1 in 4 people are projected to have hearing problems by 2050. And while you were speaking earlier, you said it's not everybody that was given birth to like this. It can happen to anyone in the process of life. Is there anything that the Commission is doing to sensitize the populace on how they can protect themselves so that they don't fall into the disability community?
Yes. Thank you so
briefly,
very much.
you have to answer that very briefly.
Okay. Thank you so very much. On the area of creating awareness for the prevention of disability that include deafness, blindness, and other things, we are working on that area. There are certain areas that we have to work together with a lot of different stakeholders. We have the National Ear Care Institute in Kaduna State who are also doing their piece in that area. For the blindness, we have different international organizations, and then the country Better Ministry for Health and some of their own agencies are continuing to do that. Some of them are establishing different eye care programs in different parts of the country. We are doing everything possible to see that we can be able to manage the prevention of disability through proper awareness creation for the disability community. 1 in 4 or 1 in whatever number the situation we have today in Nigeria, the noisy environment and other poor healthcare facilities at the grassroots level where you can be able to go for early identification of problems and proper management are part of our challenges today in Nigeria.
Okay, I don't know how you can answer this in a few seconds. What's your message to Nigerians, not just for only the disability community? Very briefly, we have to wind up.
My primary mission to Nigerians is to realize that the disability community are human beings, and the disability community are intelligent and smart people who have the capacity to contribute in the development of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We can be what anybody is. Today we have a lot of persons with disability today that can be perfect ministers. Persons with disabilities today who can be perfect to federal government or state government agencies. We have persons with disabilities today who can be perfect professors. We have different categories of persons with disabilities. So when you see a person with disabilities, stop passing that automatic sentence that he cannot be able to do anything because he cannot see, because he cannot hear, or just because he doesn't have a leg. Everything about disability is that our attitude causes a bad environment.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. James David Lalu. Wish you the very best. I want to see that your efforts yield more positive results. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
All right. Lara Bamure from the Abuja Inquirer newspaper. Thank you so much for your contributions.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, we have been talking promoting inclusivity in Nigeria, and yes, you've had it all. There's ability in disability. Let's provide an enabling environment with collective responsibility, of course, you and I, so that they can live, learn, and work and have a meaningful life. I'm Ruth Aguele. Bye.
Drive in the rain?
It depends on the velocity of the rain.
We all have stories to tell.
The small boy kicked me to open fire on me, so I said, okay, you can cross the right hand. So that's what how my right hand was cut off.
He's working with clutch with which year that it was that guy. No, he's not an ordinary eye. No, he's not an eye. Juju he used marry his wife.
It all depends on how I handle my story and how you're able to handle your own story.
It is what you decide in your mind that determines you, not your situation.
I don't hear well, but one thing is, we are better together.
Dushman Lucy Pius in therapy.
Welcome to Against All Odds on the Nigerian Television Authority, a program that brings to your doorstep the lives of persons with disability.
No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we